What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about linebacker of our Atlanta Falcons, Kaden Ellis. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about linebacker of our Atlanta Falcons, Kaden Ellis. And I really feel like Kaden Ellis is, better than advertised. I do believe that he's one of those guys that's very underrated. And Kaden Ellis is one of those guys to me that has had a really good season for our Atlanta Falcons. Kaden Ellis is the only linebacker in the league with 140 tackles, 5 sacks on the season, 1 interception, and 8 tackles for loss. So he is one of those guys that I think is very underrated. And for those who think that Terry Fontenot should be fired as our GM, he is the reason that Kaden Ellis is on this roster, because he was with Kaden Ellis in New Orleans. And I really feel like he did a good job of finding a diamond in the rough and bringing Kaden Ellis over to the Atlanta Falcons. And there's been a numerous players that he has brought in since he's been here, whether it's in the draft, whether it's been in free agency, where Terry Fontenot has done a great job to me personally in bringing in guys on reasonable contracts, but guys that have came in and had huge impacts. And personally, I think that Kaden Ellis is one of the best linebackers, inside linebackers in the league, because of his versatility, his ability not only to play that middle linebacker position, call, all of the calls on the defensive side of the ball, get guys lined up and things of that nature, but his ability to rush the passer. I don't know many inside linebackers that can rush the passer the way that Kaden Ellis does. Personally, I think that Kaden Ellis could be a pure pass rusher if the Falcons decided to use him in that way. But I think he's best used as that Swiss Army knife type of player, where you can bring him on the line on the edge where he can blitz. You can bring him, in the A and B gaps and allow him to blitz and, be like that heat-seeking missile where he's making plays in the backfield, whether it's against the running backs or against the quarterbacks. But to me, he's had quietly one of the best seasons. When you take a look at his numbers, if you watched any of these Atlanta Falcons games, Kaden Ellis is one of those guys that's had a huge impact on this Atlanta Falcons team. He is the reason why this Atlanta Falcons team on defense has been able to make plays throughout the season. So I definitely think that Kaden Ellis deserves more credit than he's been given, and that his name should be known around the NFL. And I think if he continues to ball out the way that he has, if the Falcons can make the playoffs and get in more high-profile games like we were in Sunday Night Football, and Kaden Ellis continues to ball out, I definitely think that his name should be listed as like in the top 10 or top 5 inside linebackers in the game. Personally, I think that he's a top 5 inside Mike linebacker. If you just look at what he can do, all of his flexibility, it's not many middle linebackers that can do what Kaden Ellis does. Now, he's not the best in coverage, but he's an average linebacker in coverage. But all of the other ability that he has, his ability to shed blocks, his ability to play downhill and make tackles. He doesn't miss a lot of tackles. His ability to be cerebral, smart, and taking good angles to the football, and just his ability to rush the passer. I really feel like Kaden Ellis is one of those guys that has gone under the radar. He doesn't get a lot of pub around the league. The NFL doesn't really talk about him as being one of those guys that's one of the better linebackers in the league. And I really think it comes from he's not one of those guys that talks a whole lot. He's a really quiet guy off the field, but he's a guy on the field that I think is a playmaker and a game changer. So I definitely think that the Falcons and Terry Fontenot did a great job in finding a gem, bringing him over from the New Orleans Saints to the Atlanta Falcons. In the last 2 seasons, he's had 100+ tackles. Last season, he had, I think, 120 tackles and 4 sacks. And this season, he's topped that off with already 140 tackles on the season with 5 sacks. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Kaden Ellis. Like I said, I really feel like he's a diamond in the rough, one of the better linebackers in the league, and he's still in his prime. So I think moving forward, I believe he signed a 4-year deal or a 3-year deal with our Falcons 2 years ago, but I could possibly see the Falcons extending him due to the way that he rushed the passer and what he's been able to do with this Atlanta Falcons team and organization. So with that being said, if you guys are new to the channel and you enjoy my content, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for your boy. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.